talk about accounting for inventory. Now, one thing about inventory you might see in various problems in textbooks and various information you learn about perpetual versus periodic inventory. Almost all the questions that you're going to be asked about are perpetual inventory systems. Periodic is still important to understand, but I will say that periodic has pretty much gone the way of the dinosaur, the T-Rex. It's gone. It's pretty much extinct. And the reason why? Technology. So let me explain periodic versus perpetual inventory and a little, just a brief overview to help you understand and why technology has made it obsolete, the periodic system. When it comes to inventory, there's the periodic and perpetual systems, as I mentioned earlier. The periodic system, think about the old days, the old Western store, the old general store. The idea is that at the end of the day, the shop owner, shopkeep, would actually go through and count, physically count all inventory on hand and make adjustments to the inventory on the books, writing off those respective items. So if beginning of the day, if there was 10 boxes of cereal and at the end of the day, beginning of the day 10, end of the day 8, 2 were sold. So they would just simply count at the end of the day 8 and they knew 10 at the beginning, 2 were sold, and that's how they would record inventory. Of course, as many of you know now, if you go into a grocery store, we've got barcodes, scanners, QR codes. You go through and basically the idea is once that inventory is scanned, it knows that it's leaving the system. Now it can be returned or canceled, of course, and it knows it's going back into the system. So the idea is that technology has pretty much made periodic inventory extinct. Now, many of you out there, you might have worked in retail before, and you know that, yes, physical inventory counts, they still do occur. They just don't occur as frequent as they used to in terms of the inventory system. Almost all businesses out there today use perpetual inventory systems. That's why you're learning it in the sense of perpetual inventory. But physical counts are still important because of things like spoilage or lost or stolen items. Those things, very important. Now, the smaller the business, the smaller the size of the retailer or the business, the more physical counts that usually occur. So if you were looking at a convenience store, gas station convenience store, much more physical counts occur during an accounting period or a year or whatnot. But if you're a larger place, like a huge grocery store, and many of you might have actually had to go through a physical inventory count, many of you know that they don't occur every day. They occur maybe every few weeks, every month, maybe even once a year, depending on the size of the business. So the idea is that we use perpetual, and the idea is we record the inventory right off the books as soon as the customer takes it away. Not wait till the end of the day or the end of the accounting period to adjust. What we do is it actually goes right out immediately at that transaction. We take it off, okay? Periodic, we would have to adjust for all of the respective transactions that took place during that accounting period to write off that amount that's gone out the door. We still do the physical inventory counts that we think of when we think of periodic inventory with the old general store and the old counting, the old physical count. We still do those because of internal control and things like theft, stolen, or spoilage items. So keep that in mind. And again, if you're ever wondering, hey, why is everything perpetual? Periodic has pretty much gone the way of the dinosaur.